Hello guys and welcome to my channel, and I would like you to meet Jolene. She's one of my silicone dolls which I bought from Shopee, and I think her brand name is Jiao. She's a Jiao doll with a small bust. And for this episode, I would like to show you how I created a Halloween costume for her using all these fabric scraps that I've had for years. So see, I used to work as a designer before and in India, and when I finally had the chance to come home, they kept on sending me these fabrics so I can do my swatches and send my designs to the office. Well, I have 5 to 6 plastic bags of fabric scraps, and it's just hard for me to discard them or to throw them away because they're all pretty and they all have sentimental values to me. So that's why I decided to buy some dolls so that I can reuse these fabrics in order to for me to create costumes for them of whatever character I have in mind, and then later on proceed to the photography, which is also my passion. And for this episode, I'm going to create a witch costume for her because I really love witches. I'm really quite fascinated by them especially during the Halloween seasons. Well, as you may have seen, I have already started the costume by creating the socks or stocking using 2 strips of fabric. And in here, actually, I cannot decide between the rust color or the purple color for her dress. So I just did a mock-up. And actually all of these are hand sewn because I don't really know how to use the sewing machine. So these are the developments. And in this part, this is actually the pattern for the shoes, the witch shoes. It has wire so I can curl them, especially in the front part. So in here I have already added up the heels and the accessories on her shoes, and actually this is not really quite finished because I really need to paint it thoroughly with the black paint. So I'm just showing it to you. So there's the bottom part, the side part, and the front part of the shoes. So in here I want to create a more conservative look for her. So I created longer sleeves for her arms to complete the look. I also figured out that something is missing at the bottom part of her dress. So I looked out for something and found these 2 lovely laces from the sleeves of the old blouse. So I'm going to use them and attach them at the bottom part to complete the look as well. And so far this is how she looks. Now I am working on her witch hat. So this is a piece from a rubber mat which I cut into this shape, and I attach that wire at the side of the rubber mat. And so in here I attach both sides with a hot glue stick from a hot glue gun, leaving that long wire at the tip because in the latter part I'm going to curl it. Well, because I don't want that stiff looking hat like an inverted ice cream cone. See, I want a softer version of a witch hat. So in here I already created the base of the hat and I already cut it. And in this part I just put them together, but they're not yet attached. I just see to it that if they fit the head. I cut this area several times because it will enable movement, so that I can also twist it and form it in whatever shape that I like. This is the fabric that will cover the top part of the hat, and I actually added extra length to it in order to create wrinkles so that it will look softer and to add more textures to it. This is the part where I'm going to paint the base of the hat with a rust color. So basically, I mixed red with rose sienna in order to produce that rust or orange color. And in that way, it can also match her rust-toned dress. In the latter part, I changed the color into black because I find it more subtle and I think it is more appropriate for a witch hat. Rather than that brightly colored orange tone for the bottom area, I think I find it too loud. I put purple fabric on top of the hat, which I adorned with the antique gold trim, which I got from India. I think purple is appropriate at the top because purple is the color of magic and it's perfect for the witches. Now I am working on the Book of Shadows, and these are its loose pages. I used manila paper for this, and this is the cover, which is actually a cardboard, which later on I covered also with manila paper. To give the leafy texture, I used a glue stick from a hot glue gun. And then later on, I covered it with a black paint. And after it was dried, I dry brushed it with the gold paint. And here's what it looks like. For the front page, I drew the triquetra symbol, and below it, I wrote a protection spell which says, thrice around the circle's bound, sink all the evil to the ground. And now for the wand, I actually get a piece from a broomstick and adorn it with this red plastic bead, which actually was from my Phoenix journal. It fell up from there, and now I'm reusing it, and I attached it with a hot glue stick. I played with a hot glue gun and painted it with black, and then dry brushed it with gold paint, and here's her wand. This brown ribbon with gold was actually from my scrapbooking stuffs, which I decided to use because it makes a great accent, and the colors of it blend well with the colors of the Book of Shadows, also with the wand, and with the glass nylon fabric on her back, also with the colors of the jacquard fabric that's wrapped around her tummy. It pulls the look together, so it really is a very nice accent. So I decided to use it. So this is her basic look without the hat, and this is how she looks with their hats on. Now she's carrying also the Book of Shadows, and I think she's ready to cast a spell. You know what? I really like the colors that I used here. Those rich tone of the orange, then yellows, browns, golds, and blacks. You know what? I realized that these are the colors of fall or the autumn season, and it's perfect for the Halloween. And by the way, I changed the color of the ring light from white to warm yellow, and I like how the particular color affects the other colors because it makes them warmer and richer, and it has also a nice contrast to blue. So you know, yellow and blue is like a contrast of hot and cold colors. Oh guys, I made a photo shoot for her, and I would like you to see all her witchy photos which I edited. So here they are. Oh my, she does look quite spooky here. I'm not really quite expecting this because she does have a very sweet face. Well, one thing that I like most about dolls is that, well, they serve me the artistic purpose, and not because of the girly thing that you just want to dress them up and play with them. Well, for me, they serve as a model when it comes to when it comes to drawing or painting, and they help me to express myself as well in costume designing or making costumes. And in the latter part, doing the photography, which I also enjoyed most, as well as the editing of the pictures. I really enjoy creating characters for my dolls because they really embody those type of characters that I want them to portray, and it's quite fulfilling because you know, from the preparations of the costumes from out of scraps and DIY stuff, I am able to produce these kinds of characters for them, and seeing them all in these pictures and seeing all those efforts that I put into this project, they simply make me happy. I just love the idea of reusing, recycling, and repurposing old stuffs in order to give new life into something new. So guys, I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I have new uploads. See you next time, and thank you so much for watching.